Good morning. So, I am wanting to make a video to talk about the fact that I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that fully think they're losing their mind. And I pretty much want to confirm to you that you are, but I also want to let you know that that's not the bad thing that it feels like it is. You see, the things that we carry in our minds are endless. Did you know that there's like 1,000,000 years of space up there? I wonder why. It is not abnormal that you're recognizing that some thoughts that you've been thinking in your life have not been the most beneficial, and quite possibly and definitely have come from wired belief patterns, things that you've heard in this lifetime and many others. We're also connected, that all of our thoughts are also connected. It sounds mind-blowing, but if my mother had a confused thought in her lifetime, that's how that thought was left. And it's out there. And it's in here. And it's also in you. The mind is a beautiful, intricate piece of magic. The mind creates everything you see. We have all of these thoughts that we have that are based in fear and come from wired trauma patterns, and they create cycles of repeat situations in our life because there's stuck information there, information that has not been processed and seen from the lighter side of things, understanding first that you created it and how you created it, and then how you stop creating it and create something new. Whether you guys want to admit it or not, I know that it's a lot easier to attach to one idea of something that's happening in this world and just hold it like it's all there is. But if you can just step outside of the box that you're living in and notice that there's something way bigger going on here than anybody can really actually tell you about, we can try. But there's something going on within you. You're rewriting the way in which your vessel operates. You're learning how to live in spirit and not in ego, which just means thoughts, really. A lot of times, some self-serving thoughts. We're learning what we're thinking, why we're thinking it, how it's creating our world, and how we can think differently. And we're watching how it's literally changing everything in our lives. And it might be scary, but just notice that as you learn to love yourself and accept yourself for who you are, you might be releasing some old things, but then you will be also attracting the new things that you are ready for. And I really, really appreciate seeing that this is what's going on. And I'm beyond grateful for noticing that despite the level of confusion that may ensue because of how hard programmed I am to believe in the things that live inside this box, it makes it a little challenging at times to address all of these different thoughts that are just hardwired in there. You literally have to lose your mind to find your spirit and your soul that has literally always been there. It's just been in the background because you've been so busy thinking about old cyclical patterns, not realizing that you're an actual creator and that the source of life lives within you, and that when you think a thought, you make it happen. This is no joke. And in order to change this world that you so desperately want to change, you have to change the way you see it and how it works. And you have to see that there is so much more going on than you can notice at face value. And you have to use your heart to be able to see this. And you have to be able to process all those thoughts so that your heart will actually work for you, instead of being closed off with walls and keeping everything separate from you, thinking that there's a you and a them, and that this world is out to get you, or that you're going crazy, when really you're actually becoming quite clear. And you just have to be able to let go of all of those old thoughts, realizing what they were as the beautiful lessons and gifts that they were, and use that knowledge to create anew. Be okay with losing your mind. God knows I am.